I just got fired from my job 4 days before Christmas.
The holidays are supposed to be a season of joy, of family gatherings, of warmth and celebration. But for many, this time of year carries a different weight.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline, and I was just laid off in a mass Zoom meeting.
I got laid off today. It's 12 days before Christmas.
An hour ago, I got laid off from my job.
So 20 days before Christmas, I get laid off of work.
1.1 million layoffs in 2025. That is pandemic level layoffs.
If it looks like I'm not okay, it's because I am not okay.
Can we talk about how inhumane corporate timing is? They decide to drop the biggest announcement of the year right in December.
I need you to understand one thing. If Amazon can cut 14,000 jobs 62 days before Christmas, what makes you think that your job would not cut you?
Imagine being told just days before Christmas that your job is gone. The lights are still twinkling, the carols are still playing, but behind closed doors, the reality is heartbreak, uncertainty, and fear. A layoff before Christmas doesn't just take away a paycheck, it takes away peace of mind. It forces people to wonder how they'll afford gifts for their children, how they'll sit at the dinner table and smile when inside they're carrying the weight of loss, how they'll explain to loved ones that the stability they counted on has suddenly vanished. The timing cuts deeper than usual. In a season that celebrates hope, generosity, and comfort, the news of a layoff feels like the opposite: cold, isolating, and unfair.
Can we talk about how inhumane corporate timing is? Because they decide to drop the biggest announcement of the year right in December. We are restructuring. We are shifting into AI. And so all of these employees are now going into December, the time that they're supposed to take to relax, to spend time with family, to find a little joy of the end of the year, now is stressed because they may not have a job coming into the new year. I just think it's cruel. It is inhumane to do that.
So today I was laid off from my job after being there for over a year and some months, to be told that they are ceasing operations. I worked for Sonder, which was a apartment style hotel type of Airbnb thing, whatever you want to call it. And we were basically just told today, like, ceasing operations immediately. Guests who are actually in their stays, like in their rooms, have to be out by 9 a.m. tomorrow. And any other reservations have been canceled. I'm not sure how Marriott is handling this. You can go on Google and look it up, but as far as Sonder workers, this was all dropped on us abruptly, and it's a bit heartbreaking because while we knew something was going on, we just didn't know it would happen like this, as well as this fast. So I'm just gonna take what I'm doing full time, my baking, my business again, until something comes up, but I'm being hopeful about it.
I just got fired from my job 4 days before Christmas because apparently they couldn't all wait a week to fire me after Christmas. I have been so busy with said job that I have not had time to Christmas shop for anyone in my family. I am now back in my hometown and have no gifts for anyone, and now have no job. So yeah, that's what's new with me as of 15 minutes ago, and do not want to tell anyone in my family about everything that I'm saying right now because I know it will ruin everybody's Christmas. So yeah, that's great.
My company laid me off a couple days before the holidays, so that was really sweet of them. They also said that they have another project lined up for me next year, but it's lesser pay and not the work environment that I was working so hard to strive for. It really did me dirty. But you know what? I'm still trying to keep the Christmas cheer, the holiday cheer. So we're gonna go see a movie today, and it's gonna be the first movie that my daughter sees in movie theaters, so that's gonna be exciting. Probably wondering, why am I buying movie theater tickets if I'm laid off? Shame on you. No, I pre-ordered these tickets a long time ago, so I just need something to pick me up. Thankfully, we have her Christmas gifts ready, so that's really assuring. Worry is the bills. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but God always finds a way, so I'm just putting my trust in him. I just know I'm not the only one going through it this season, and if you're going through the same issue as me, I'm rooting for you. These companies don't care, but I care.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline, and I was just laid off in a mass Zoom meeting. So if it looks like I'm not okay, it's because I am not okay. One thing about working in tech is that it is not for the weak, and you watch these layoffs happen all the time. And each time you continually tell yourself, it ain't me, thank God. Well, guess what? It was me this time. I am a 30-year-old with 2 master's degrees, an undergraduate degree, all in marketing. And now I am unemployed and continuing to post on TikTok. I knew my company was having struggles. We couldn't push our pipeline down from top of funnel to any closed one. So I would say it was a surprise that they were doing a restructuring, but it absolutely was not. What was a surprise is that I was told that I was okay, and I was absolutely blindsided this morning at 11 a.m. with a 10-minute meeting on my calendar where people in the higher executive crew that I've never met before told a group of 15 of us or so, while another group of 15 was meeting with other people, that we were all laid off from the company. This is nothing new. You've seen many of people on this app post about being laid off. So now I'm just joining those masses instead of the other masses that are continuing to work. However, I will have very different things to be thankful for this Thanksgiving season. So my content on here might be a little depressing for a day or so, or it's just gonna be completely manic. I'm not entirely sure. Haven't decided yet. I'm waiting for a phone call from HR to tell me if there is any form of severance package. And you bet your ass I'm gonna fight for one. Probably not, because I'm literally scared of people, and I probably won't, but when I talk to my phone, I act like I'm a hard ass, but I'm not. Yeah. So I'm #open to work, kinda, sorta. Need to update that resume. But I guess I'll have a lot more free time to be posting on here.
For many, the holidays are a time of giving. Gifts under the tree, meals shared with family, laughter echoing through the house. But when a layoff arrives just before Christmas, even the simplest traditions feel heavy. The question shifts from what should I buy for my loved ones to how will I afford the basics? The glow of holiday lights can feel dimmed by the shadow of uncertainty. And yet, even in that darkness, people often discover the quiet strength of community. Friends who step in, families who rally together, and the reminder that the season's true meaning is not in material things, but in solidarity and care.
Hey y'all. So while I make bagels and cream cheese for dinner for me and my kiddo, I just want to remind everyone of something very specific. We have reached 1.1 million layoffs in 2025. That is pandemic level layoffs without pandemic level social supports. Our long-term unemployment rate is hovering at around 26%. So that is 26% of unemployed people are getting zero supports. Zero. Christmas is in 11 days. Check in on people. Take care of them. Take them out for coffee. Take them out for a drink. Go for a walk with them. Chat with them. Let them vent. Ask them what they need. Introduce them to someone who can help them out. Distract them. Take them Christmas shopping. Take them to a movie. Let them get outside of their heads for a little bit, or let them get what's in their heads out of them. Show up. We got to show up for each other. This is an unhealthy world that we're living in right now, but 11 days till Christmas, 1.1 million layoffs, zero supports. Let's take care of each other.
I need you to understand one thing. If Amazon can cut 14,000 jobs 62 days before Christmas, what makes you think that your job would not cut you? What makes you think your job is safe? Guys, we are living in times where employers don't give a damn about you being a 3-time employee of the month, a 3-time employee of the year, how much brown nosing you do, how much overtime you work, how much sacrificing you did for the company, neglecting your family. They don't care, guys. These jobs only care about the income that they can make for the company. And they're going to pay you as less as possible, but work to get the most out of you to accomplish that. And if they have to cut you to meet those numbers, those analytics, then guess what? Get ready, because they're going to treat you like trash going out on a Friday. Being somebody who know, because that's what happened to me at my job. But not only that, guys, 84 million people are supposed to lose their jobs in 2025 thanks to layoffs and firings. And this should be a clear sign to you that if the big tech companies can lay off people who are making hundreds and $200 an hour, what do you think they'll do for you making $15 to $20 an hour? Guys, I haven't had a job in 2 years, all because of having to work from home, being able to work from home, travel, build a business that generates me a comfortable 5 figures every month on complete autopilot. And I never have to speak to nobody, get on the phone and talk to nobody or nothing. And that's all thanks to digital marketing. That's all thanks to the online space and social media and this cell phone. And if you'd like to learn how I have been able to generate a full-time income as a 48-year-old stay-at-home dad and not stress about anything, all working 2 hours a day from this cell phone from anywhere in the world, then just comment how, and I'll be happy to send that information over to you and let you check it out.
An hour ago, I got laid off from my job.
We lost a client, and they're laying off 37% of the company, which includes over half of my department. And it's very frustrating because all year long we've been told that our department was the golden child, that we had no complaints from anybody, and yet over half, 9 out of 15 were laid off this morning. I had to cry about it. I had a shower about it. And I'm going to be doing what I need to do as far as trying to get unemployment. I don't know what that's going to look like right now with everything being insane. It's literally the worst time to do this. Yeah, so you might see a lot more TikTok shop videos from me. I might go live a few times. I do have a thing that I want to try that I've been intending to do a live for, and I guess now I have the time to do it. So just send the happy thoughts. If I could get up to a higher follower count, that'd be cool, because I really enjoy this app. I love posting on it, and you know, if we could get a little TikTok money out of it, that'd be sweet. But if not, I get it, and I'm gonna be doing other things. I might be reevaluating some of my crochet business and trying to get more stuff out, get a few more sales before Christmas, so at least I can get some Christmas presents for my kids. So anyway, y'all have a good day.
So 20 days before Christmas, I get laid off of work as a single mom. Yeah. And rather than let the fear and doubt overwhelm me about what I'm going to do, I'm just going to double down on what my thing just fell. Which is a sign that sometimes things have to fall in order for other things to come into fruition. And if being a full-time content creator is what my life is going to be, then so be it. I will do that. I really actually love being a content creator, and I didn't think that I would love it as much as I do, but I have my bachelor's in business and marketing from Grace Christian University, currently working on my master's degree. And when one door opens, another usually always closes, and that's how that has to work. So I find it interesting that an employer would lace anybody off 20 days before Christmas. And I'm lucky I got a heads up about it, because then I could kind of have that moment and be like, okay, breathe. The universe is removing obstacles and distractions so that you can actually go after your dream life. So With that being said, I just know that everything's going to work out for me. And I've been repeating that and had it on repeat for days and days and days. And if you are so inclined, I have all of my things in my bio area you can check out. And yeah, interesting. So here we go. All right, double down. It's time. Love you, mean it.
Facebook friends of mine just got laid off, and it's fucking Christmas. It's unbelievable that this has been happening, and I know that we don't want to leave ourselves on the chopping block because this is just rampant. It's everywhere. Businesses are trying to cut back. The funds aren't out there. They're laying off people left and right. AI's taking over, bots. I mean, it's happening everywhere. How many self-serve checkouts have you encountered where you're just fed up that you can't have a real person anymore? People are getting laid off. I got laid off after 20 years. If you're one of them, you don't want to keep worrying that this may be the day. We're all getting older, and it's harder and harder to find work nowadays. So you have to have a plan B. I have a plan B. If you want to know more, just say plan B. We all need it. Merry Christmas coming. We'll see you on the inside.
The emotional toll of a holiday layoff lingers in ways that numbers can't capture. It's not just about budgets or bills. It's about the silence that replaces joy, the hesitation to celebrate, the feeling of being left behind while the world moves forward in festivity. But these moments also reveal resilience. People learn to redefine what the holidays mean, shifting from gifts to gratitude, from abundance to presence, from expectation to endurance. A layoff before Christmas may change the season, but it cannot erase the human spirit that continues to seek hope, even when circumstances feel unfair.
I got laid off today. It's 12 days before Christmas. Just got married a month ago, so I'm paying for a wedding. And TikTok is being banned in the month. I have so many questions, but I also am so defeated, so I don't even know what questions to ask. And I think there's a frustration, not with the company, but I think just with the fact that all of these things that are happening, I have no control over. Be told that you did nothing wrong, that you're a great worker, you can no longer work. It's crazy. You bust your butt on TikTok and create a platform and a community just for it to get banned in the United States. The fact that all of this is happening all at once is just cruel. It's criminal. If you've ever gone through this, it is literally the most devastating feeling, and it feels the worst when there's no one to blame. At this point, I'm just gonna have to do everything to save every single dollar and try to figure it out. And if you know any remote jobs or any jobs in the Nashville area, people that are hiring, I do sales and marketing. I also have a background in medicine and health, so if you know any connections or any next moves, please let me know. If you're going through this, just know you're not alone, and it's really frustrating and it's really hard, and you didn't do anything wrong, and you're gonna come out of this 10 times better. So
now let me show you the fact about Christmas and how you have been fooled your whole life.
December 25th is not Jesus' birthday. It never was. And in the next 3 minutes, I'm about to drop evidence so clear, so undeniable, that you'll never look at Christmas the same again. If you're ready for the truth, stay right here. The Bible never places Jesus' birth in winter, not once. Luke 2 literally says the shepherds were out in the fields, something that stops by October because of the cold. So why December 25th? Because in 274 AD, Emperor Aurelian declared it the birthday of the unconquered son, Sol Invictus. And just a few decades later, the church chose the exact same day. The Catholic Encyclopedia openly admits it. They picked December 25th to absorb the biggest pagan festival of the year. Gift giving? That's straight out of Saturnalia, a wild festival from December 17th to 25th honoring the god Saturn. A full week of drinking, feasting, role reversal, and exchanging gifts called strine. That tradition existed 2 centuries before Jesus was even born. The beloved Christmas tree? Jeremiah 10 literally describes pagans cutting trees, decorating them with gold and silver. Evergreens were sacred symbols to Odin and ancient Germanic tribes. Holly, mistletoe, wreaths, all taken from Druid and Saturnalia fertility rites. Even the word Yule is a pagan term for the winter solstice. Here's the twist. Early Christians despised this season. They called it Satan's banquet. Origen wrote in 245 AD, "Only pagans celebrate birthdays." It took over 300 years after Jesus for the church to finally accept December 25th, not because it was holy, but because they were losing people to pagan festivals. So they rebranded it. Every major Christmas tradition, the date, the gifts, the tree, the wreaths, the feast, existed long before Jesus, all centered around sun gods, winter spirits, and solstice rituals. Even church historians admit they simply replaced the names and kept the celebrations to make conversion easier. So enjoy the lights, enjoy the gifts, but let's stop pretending December 25th has anything to do with the birth of Jesus. The truth either freed you or it ruined your Christmas. If your eyes are open now, comment, "I can't unsee this." Share this before someone tries to bury it, and get ready because what we're dropping about Easter is even worse.
Layoffs are always painful, but when they arrive just before Christmas, the impact cuts deeper than words can fully capture. The holiday season is meant to be a time of joy, of family gatherings, of warmth and celebration. It is the moment when people look forward to slowing down, exchanging gifts, and feeling the comfort of togetherness. Yet for those who receive the news of a layoff in December, the season becomes something else entirely. The lights may still twinkle, the carols may still play, but behind closed doors, the reality is heartbreak, uncertainty, and fear. A layoff before Christmas is not just the loss of a paycheck. It is the loss of peace of mind. It is the sudden disruption of traditions, the shadow cast over celebrations, the silence that replaces laughter. Parents wonder how they will afford gifts for their children. Families question how they will sit at the dinner table and smile when inside they are carrying the weight of loss. Loved ones struggle to find words of comfort, knowing that no amount of reassurance can erase the sting of being told you are no longer needed. The timing makes everything heavier. In a season that celebrates hope, generosity, and comfort, the news of a layoff feels like the opposite. Cold, isolating, and unfair. It is not just the end of employment. It is the interruption of rituals, the rewriting of plans, the intrusion of anxiety into a time meant for joy. The contrast between the festive world outside and the painful reality inside creates a dissonance that lingers long after the decorations are taken down. And yet, even in this darkness, there is resilience. People find ways to adapt, to lean on family, to discover strength they did not know they had. They remind us that even in the hardest seasons, the human spirit can endure. A layoff before Christmas may change the season, but it cannot erase the courage of those who face it. It cannot erase the love of families who rally together. It cannot erase the solidarity of communities that step in to help. The stories of layoffs before Christmas remind us of the importance of empathy. They remind us that behind every corporate decision are human beings with lives, with dreams, with traditions. They remind us that compassion matters, that timing matters, that dignity matters. They remind us that the way we treat people in their hardest moments defines who we are as a society. For those who have never experienced a layoff, listening to these stories can be eye-opening. It can reveal the fragility of stability, the unpredictability of careers, and the importance of preparing for change. It can inspire gratitude for the work we have and humility in recognizing that no one is immune to the forces of change. For those who have experienced a layoff, hearing others speak openly can be validating. It can remind them that they are not alone, that their feelings are shared, that their struggles are understood. The journey through a holiday layoff is not linear. It is filled with ups and downs, with moments of hope and moments of despair. There are days when optimism feels possible and days when the weight of uncertainty feels unbearable. But through it all, there is growth. Through it all, there is learning. Through it all, there is the quiet strength of endurance. Layoffs before Christmas also force us to confront deeper questions about work itself. What does it mean to tie identity to a job? What does it mean to measure worth by employment? What does it mean to build a life around something that can be taken away in an instant? These questions are uncomfortable, but they are necessary. They push us to rethink the role of work in our lives, to consider balance, to prioritize well-being, and to recognize that our value is not defined solely by our job title.